Morning, people. It's Monday morning. I have the day off. What are you going to do today, Ross? What are you doing on your day off? That's a good question. And why do you look like an 80s skier? Well, that's an even more interesting question. Well, it's not actually that interesting at all, just because I want to, really. So yeah, today it's my day off, and I'm using that day off to take Roger up to his homeland of the Land Rover dealer in Malouse, because I got an email. Get in there. I got an email asking me if I was interested in coming to test drive a brand new Velar Hybrid. I went, all right. What else am I going to do on my day off? Nothing, Ross. You're going to go and drive a Velar. I was actually tempted by the Velar before I got this. So the Velar made my shortlist, but again, it just seemed a bit small. So I'm interested to see how it will be. Anyway, let's go up there and test drive this bad boy. I forgot my mask.
Can't deny it, life's a treat, I just wanna try it. This is the good life, soak in the good vibes, living out our dreams.
So we've arrived, and now I look like a chipmunk. Thank you very much, mask. Beautiful. Yeah, seems like home for this place. We've got the hybrid Range Rover with the facelift front. I'd hate the wheels. Alright, let's go inside. Check this out. Still looks quality. They're just filling in my paperwork, so while I'm doing that, this is a bit of porn for Sam. Sam loves the new Defender. And I have to say, it's pretty fun. Look at that utilitarian little bastard. It is quality. I love this colour though, man, it's pretty special. Yes, that's for serious business. It ain't actually too bad. Look at it. Do you reckon, Sam, one of those? What's the size like? It is pretty utility inside, you know what I mean? It feels like it is. But what's the size? Oh, it's hard to tell. It is a lot smaller than the Range Rover though. You know, with the seats down, you can tell the boot's not massive. So it isn't huge, and that seat's well forward. But it's built for what it is, right? Off-roady jobby. Well, serious business. Look at all those. Lovely, lovely. So these are the 20s. I've got the 22s. I think I'm going to get it refurbed. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you. I actually curbed the rear wheel the other day while Philly was in the car. I know. What an idiot. It's pretty bad as well. It went round about 25% of the rim. What a knob. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to get that refurbed now, which is ideal. Sun's out though. Beautiful. So we've just been out in it, just got back. I had a little chaperone, and I assumed you didn't want to listen to me speak French the entire time. He was saying how they do experience days, or even 10 days. You can do 10 days experience where you basically borrow their cars and they can take you across like Morocco and places like that. And it's about 1,800 quid per person for 10 days, including the car, petrol, the stay and everything, which I think is bloody good. I really like the trim on this. This has got the full carbon specs. This is what I wanted on the back. And it's also got facelift lights, which I prefer. I don't like the white bits on the bottom of mine, especially because the car's black, so it just doesn't look as nice. I don't like the white clear look. It reminds me of 90s bloody noughties cars, but that's nice. I wonder if it's got any of the carbon up front. Yeah, so see, it's got the full carbon kit. So this is something that I was looking at as well. These you can buy brand new, these ones, but they're about 500 quid for the set, and they're not even functional. Fake vents, but that's pretty cool. But again, that is what year? Okay, so that's a year older than mine, so it's the facelift, a year newer, sorry, but it's the 5 litre V8 petrol, so that's why it's got the different exhausts on the back as well. It sounds decent, that one though, it does. Oh, and it does have, so I've got the carbon mirrors, it's got those. What else it got? Let's have a look. So it's obviously comes with the full facelift front end compared to mine over there. So my front end versus that front end. I'm not sure I prefer which, either way, it doesn't matter. Can't quite see inside, but you can see it's got the updated in-car navigation stuff. So not only has it got the patent kind of shiny plastic center, which has got the updated touchscreen there, but it's got the digital dials as well. So that's what comes with it. I mean, it looks all right in there. It looks exactly the same as mine, other than that though. There's not really much difference. Oh, and this one also does come with a heads-up display. I can see it there. Oh, and you can't quite see it because it's got the privacy glass in the back, but it does come with rear screens in the window, which mine doesn't have, but I don't care because the kids are all on their phones anyway. Oh, do I have? Yeah, I've got this spoiler as well. Whatever. I do like the white on carbon though. You know, that's pretty cool. But I hate those wheels. They're disgusting. And the black roof though, black roof, white side. Yeah, it would just need to change the wheels, and you'd be all right. You'd be all right, mate. You'd be all right. So what did I think of the Velar Hybrid? That's the real question. Like I said, I couldn't really get an opportunity to film when I was there because he was in the car with me. He was an experienced guy, so his job is to literally deal with making people go out and experience stuff. So yeah, it felt nice. It felt like a modern version of my car, really, slightly smaller. Driving position is slightly different. It's hybrid, so it's not full electric. It has a split power between these, so it's got a petrol engine and a electric engine, obviously, and so it tries to split the power, so it's got about 440 horsepower equivalent, but it didn't feel it. I put my foot down a few times and it just didn't give me that kind of oomph that other EVs have, and I would have thought the delivery of that sort of power would have come just a lot stronger. I mean, don't get me wrong, it came, but the delivery as well, so when you pull away, it utilises the electric motor to help you pull away quicker. But the problem with that is it still has a bit of a delay before it happens, just like it would in a turbo, which is kind of annoying because it would have been what I thought the whole purpose of electric motor would have been to eliminate, right? One of the bugbears of mine is that with a big old diesel turbo, you put your foot down and you get that turbo lag. So you would have thought that the introduction of an electric motor on that would have completely eliminated that, but it hasn't seemed to. You still get that, which is a shame, to be honest. And as well, while the inside is nice, it's comfy, and that this spec particularly didn't have anywhere near as many features as mine. Like, I had the electric steering wheel, I couldn't move this out towards me, so I was kind of, the seating position seemed weird, probably because I just hadn't had a chance to play with it, but mine was a nicer spec, so it's a difficult comparison because mine does feel nicer. This just feels a bit more modern. It's obviously quieter. It doesn't like move around as much. I've got a bigger engine. It's a diesel. It's a bit less refined. The pattern, again, the shiny. It has the heads-up display and the shiny center in-car entertainment. The issue I find with that is that I couldn't see anything on it. I mean, it's super impressive. You can move it around and everything, and the UI on it is really nice. But at the same time, you just couldn't see anything on it. So I did like it. Don't get me wrong. It is a very nice car, but you know, for the price of that, it ain't cheap. And is it better than what I've got? You know, he was asking me, because I said I'd taken the Tesla out and I've taken the Taken out. Yeah, I haven't watched those. Links will appear somewhere. So once you've taken those out, they're different. They're full EVs, they're not hybrids, so you've got to take that into comparison. But there's a big difference, and this wasn't. Well, speaking of Taken, I don't know about the Taken, but I would take that GT3. Yes, mate. Can I go to Porsche next? Shall I go next door? No, Ross. So now we get back into the Rangey. And yeah, mine, look, you can see, because it's sunny now and the sun's come out, you can see the dust on here. So it's not just on that other one. It's completely dusty on there, and it's, yeah. Shh, it's fine. But at the same time, on this one, in the other one, it's all completely shiny, so it's really, that dust is apparent. And while you can maneuver it and get it to the right angle, it's just it would annoy me. But you can hear it now, right? You can hear the shaking of the car. You can hear everything like that. Wait, I'm just going to ask him a question. In fact, I want to go and ask him something. Right, sorry, I had to. I actually ran after the guy who. Yeah, so I actually ran after the guy like some fucking weirdo, because he was telling me how he is actually the guy who does all of the experience days. So he arranges all of these sorts of things, gets people to get the most out of the experiences in the cars, right? So he wants people to kind of get the most out of them, but not just in these sorts of days, which was just me tootling around in the car, really. I just drove around some roads. He told me some stuff about the car. Yeah, that was about it. It was fairly generic, like a normal test drive. But he also does some experience days where they do things like they do ice driving on F-types, because obviously Jaguar Land Rover does stuff with Jaguar as well. So F-types in snow driving and stuff like that. So they do all of those experience days, and he said they're epic fun. He also said they arrange 10-day trips away across really hugely different places. Like they did a 10-day trip across across Morocco. So a 10-day trip in Land Rovers across Morocco, and they have like they had, at the time anyway, they had a group of 5 couples, so 10 people in 5 cars, and I think he said it was like 1,800 euros per person for 10 days, including everything. So that's including the cars, the fuel, the hotels, the food. I mean, and the whole experience. And he said it's not to make money, it's obviously benefits them because they enjoy getting people to experience the cars across those sorts of journeys and stuff. But I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna call Philly and try and get her to do one of these with me. I'll tell you how that goes. Anyway, I gotta get back home. I will see you when I get back home. And we are back in the bosom of our home. Done. sorted. Let's go. You see that one had those carbon pieces for here and here. I have these ones. In fact, I've got a spare pair inside. And it had the boot plinth, I think it's called, which I do like. I have got new badges actually. They're in England at my mother's house because they would only ship there. They're black rather than green, which I think will look a bit nicer. Yeah, otherwise, still love it. Just don't like these rear lights. I don't like that section of it. I'm not going to spray them because that would be awful. I'll see what I can do about those. Is it a priority? No. Does the car go? Yeah. Oh, look. Oh, this is where you're going to hate me. Look, this is what I did. Don't shout at me. Can you see down there? Look at that. Oh my days. What? It was all around there. It was a really big curve as well. Anyway, that was a bit of a random trip. I've got some other stuff planned this week, so I'm not sure which you will see first, but we will finally be getting Philly to go out in the Tesla, which she missed the opportunity to do last time. So anyway, more to come, and I want to get the go-karts out because with weather like this, it's go-kart and quad time because it's good fun. So we're gonna crack back on those as soon as we get some more time. Problem is, what we found is that now things are starting to get a bit more opened up slightly, that we have more plans, which means I'm not in the house as much, which means weekends are harder to find time. So I'll do my best. Anyway, peace out and I'll see you on the next one.
Colors explode like the 4th of July. Summertime glow got me feeling alright. We know, let's go. The sun is calling and we're out in the street. We're all hanging together and we don't need a thing. We know, let's go. Tastes so sweet and I can't deny it. Life's a treat, I just wanna try it. This is the good life.